So I thank the Lord for another opportunity to be able to come here and preach the word. It's been a while, but I thank God for the opportunity nevertheless. So today, before I speak a short message, it's only a short message, I want to share a testimony. So I want to give thanks to the Lord. I had, as many of you know, I had a red Polo. It was a quite old car. It was 16 years old, but I thank God, it was driving very well. But recently I started having some problems with the car and I couldn't change the gear. The gear became very stiff and I couldn't put it into gear 1 and I couldn't put it into gear 2. And the car used to jerk sometimes, so obviously there was a safety aspect. So we were just praying to the Lord that He would open an opportunity for me to be able to purchase a new car. So I want to thank the Lord on Thursday. He made a way for me and He blessed me with a new car. So I want to thank the Lord for that. Even better, hold on. Don't clap yet, just save your clap. Even better, on Friday morning I was waiting for my university results to come. And I got an email saying that your results are open will come out. And I had to open the email. And I was very nervous and I was very tense. And I didn't want to open it. I had it on my phone. And all I had to do was press one button and my results would have been there, bang. But I was very nervous and anxious, and my mom was there. She was like, come on, just open it. She was like, just have faith in the Lord and open it. So I said, Lord, I trust in you. I opened it, and I was trying to thank the Lord. He blessed me with wonderful results, and I passed my year, and I'm on to my final year now. So I want to give all the glory to the Lord. But one thing I want to add: the reason why I'm sharing this is not to give glory to myself. Where I am today is because of the Lord. It's because I always give glory to Him. The Lord says, humble yourself under the mighty hand of God, and He will lift you up in due time. The thing is, in Luke chapter 5, when Peter invited Jesus into his boat, his situation changed from catching no fish to catching an abundance of fish. So when you invite Jesus in your situation, whether that's your exams, whether that's your marriage situation, whether that's your backslidden children, your situation will change, believe me. Because I want to share something happened this year when I was studying for my exams. I don't know what happened, I was depending so much on my own strength. I was studying so hard, and I found the Lord for my dad. He gave me a word. He was praying for me, and he said, the Lord said to me, whose strength are you depending on? It was a very timely message because I was depending on my own strength. And after that time, I just gave up on myself, and I said, Lord, I'm handing it over to you. So I used to pray every morning before studying, and everything started coming much more quickly to me. So my advice is to anybody who's doing the exams or who's already done the exams and going to do more exams in the future, leave it to the Lord. And as it says in Exodus 14:14, you will hold your peace and the Lord will fight for you. Hallelujah. So before I get on to our message, let's just go to the Lord in prayer and pray that our hearts may be open to receive whatever it is that we hear from the Lord today, because the important thing is not who's standing here. It doesn't matter who's standing here. It matters what is being said here. Hallelujah. It doesn't matter if it's an old person, young person. It matters what is being preached. And today we're just preaching Jesus. So let's go to the Lord in prayer. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for this day that you've given us, Lord. Thank you for this opportunity you've given me to speak your word. Father God, help our hearts to be open and receptive to receive your word. Father God, if there's any bitterness, if there's any wrong spirit in here, Lord, we pray you will take that spirit away and help us to receive something. Because, Lord, as I said, it doesn't matter who it is who's speaking. It matters that your word is being preached. So open our hearts to receive this morning. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Hallelujah. So, as I said, I thank the Lord for the opportunity. It's been a while since I last preached the message, but by God's grace, I'm here again. And I want to bring a message on the theme that we've been focusing on this year, which is Mobilised. That wasn't very impressive. That wasn't good. It looks like everybody's sleepy. I'm going to be focusing on the theme, which is Mobilised. That's good. You guys are awake now. So, we're going to focus on mobilization, and the Lord gave me a message. The message is mobilize to produce fruit. Praise God. You see, fruit is an important part of our life. Some people eat fruits to stay healthy, some people eat fruits to lose weight, and some people eat fruits just because it makes them feel better. Everybody knows that from a young age, your parents will tell you you're meant to eat 5 fruits a day. But actually, I don't know how many of you know, the recommendation has actually changed to eat 7 fruits a day. Are you aware of that? It's actually changed. We should eat 7 fruits a day now. So, for some of you, eating 7 fruits a day might be easy. For others, it might be hard to eat 7 fruits a day. If you're like me, I can't even eat 1 fruit a day, let alone 7. So I'm in a bad situation. But today, I'm not talking about the fruits that are going into us. I'm talking about the fruits that are coming out from us. How many are understanding me today? I'm talking about the fruits that are coming out from us. You see, the Lord has called us to produce fruit for Him. And fruit, believe it or not, is mentioned 352 times in the Bible. So clearly there's something important about fruits. Fruits mentioned in the first book of the Bible, the book of Genesis, and in the last book, Revelation. Fruits is mentioned there. So God wants to speak to us, and He wants us to be mobilized to produce fruit for Him. So without further ado, let's go to Mark chapter 11, verse 12, and this is the passage that I'm going to be focusing on. Mark chapter 11, verse 12 reads like this. It says, "Now, the next day, when they had come from Bethany, He was hungry." He is Jesus. "And seeing from afar," Jesus is talking about Jesus, "and seeing from afar a fig tree having leaves, He went to see if perhaps He would find something on it. When He came to it, He found nothing but leaves, for it was not the season for figs. In response, Jesus said to it, 'Let no one eat fruit from you ever again.' And His disciples heard it." If you drop down to verse 20, it says, "Now in the morning, as they passed by, they saw the fig tree dried up from the roots. And Peter, remembering, said to Him, 'Rabbi, look, the fig tree which you cursed has withered away.' So Jesus answered and said to him, 'Have faith in God.'" May God bless the reading of His word. You see, every time I read this passage, I love it because it's such a short passage, but it's so much for us to learn and for us to take from this passage. So I was thinking, what is the best way to break this passage down? And I broke it down into 3 S's. And those 3 S's are found in verse 13. Can we get verse 13 on the screen, please? Mine is, my Bible is a New King James Version. So if you've got the New King James Version, in verse 13 you will see 3 S's. And that's how I've broken down this message. So the first S stands for seeing. Can you say it with me? Seeing. It says Jesus seeing from afar a fig tree having leaves. You see, in order to understand what this is talking about, we need to understand, first of all, who is the fig tree. The fig tree represents the nation of Israel, where it can also represent us. At this time, David, if you have the PowerPoint. So, like me, I've never seen a fig tree before, and I'm sure many of you haven't seen a fig tree before, so I thought I'll help you out. And I've got a picture of a fig tree. So Jesus is standing from afar, so that's kind of a farish picture. Jesus would have seen something like that. All the green leaves on a fig tree. There's a good chance Jesus saw something like that. So what does this represent? The Bible tells us that this represents the nation of Israel. However, that can also represent you, that can also represent I. That represents a believer in Jesus Christ. But it says Jesus saw the leaves from afar. So what did the leaves represent? In order to understand what the leaves represent, we need to go back and find out where fig leaves are first ever mentioned in the Bible. Because that will set the tone for every other time they are mentioned. The first time the leaves of the fig tree is mentioned is in the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 7. So if you have your Bibles, please turn with me, because this is a very important concept and we need to understand what the leaves represent. Genesis chapter 3, verse 7. This is the first time fig leaves are ever mentioned in the Bible. And from here we can extract the meaning. It says, it's talking about Adam and Eve. It says that the eyes of both of them were open, and they knew they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves coverings. This is the first time fig leaves are ever mentioned. And fig leaves were used by Adam and Eve to cover the sin. Therefore, going forward, we know that fig leaves represent the covering of sin. So when Jesus is seeing the fig tree from afar, He's seeing us, and He's seeing leaves. He's seeing the leaves on us, and the leaves represent the covering of our sin. The sin is covering us, and Jesus is looking at us. But the beautiful thing I like about this passage, it says that seeing the fig tree from afar having leaves, Jesus went to see if it had any fruit. Jesus still went to it. You know, there's a lot of wrong teaching going in church that, you know, when we sin, Jesus walks away from us. That's not true. That's what the devil wants you to believe. But the truth is, Jesus walked over to the fig tree having the leaves. And when we sin, Jesus still loves us. I want you to remember that when we have the leaves on us, Jesus is still walking over to us. Now, don't get me mistaken, I'm not encouraging you to sin. I'm not encouraging you to produce leaves because Jesus is going to walk over to you. What I am saying is that even though you have sinned, Jesus still loves you, and the love that He gives you will give you the power to stop sinning. Hallelujah? So, that's something we need to understand. The fig leaves are the sin that's covering us, but Jesus is still loving us and walking over towards us. The second S is in verse 13 also, and that is something. Say it with me. Something. It says Jesus went over to see if he would find something on the tree. Sorry, David, if you get the picture of the fig tree up, please again. Jesus saw that, but he went over to find something. He saw us from afar, and he's come closer. He's drawn near to us to see if he can find something. You see, it tells us that Jesus unfortunately found nothing. So when Jesus is coming to us today, when he's coming to us, what is he finding? Is he finding something, or is he finding nothing? If he finds nothing, then you can answer this question. What good is a tree that produces no fruit? It's not good at all. It's good for nothing to be thrown away. Therefore, as believers in Jesus Christ, we must produce something. I was recently with a pastor, and he was talking to me about the fruits of the Spirit. He was saying to me that there are 9 fruits of the Spirit. Love, joy, peace, etc. We know the rest. And he was saying that as believers in Jesus Christ, we should have all 9. That's what he said to me. And I believe that we should all have 9 gifts, fruits of the Spirit. And he said to me, unfortunately, there's some believers, or so-called believers, who do not even have 1 or 2 gifts. How sad is that? That's why, even though there's 9 gifts, we must have something. We need to have some fruits of the Spirit at least. But it's one thing to produce something. It's another thing to produce the right thing. Am I making sense? We can produce something, but it might not be the right thing. Therefore, I ask, has anybody seen a fig tree producing apples? Has anybody seen a mango tree producing bananas? No. Because a fig tree produces figs, a mango tree produces mangoes, and a follower of Jesus Christ produces fruit for Jesus Christ. Hallelujah. The Bible tells us that a good tree brings forth good fruit, a bad tree brings forth bad fruit. A good tree cannot produce bad fruit, and a bad tree cannot produce good fruit. Therefore, you should know them by their fruits. So what fruit are you producing today? Praise God. So the final S, that leads into the final S, again in verse 13. And that S stands for season. Say it with me. Season. In verse 13 it says, it was not the season for figs. Now this is very interesting. You might say to me, well, James, that's harsh. Jesus is cursing a tree, but it's not the season for figs, so why is he cursing it? Somebody comically compared it to kicking a dog because the dog doesn't speak English. But it's not like that. It's not like that. Let me show you another picture. If we can get the next picture up, please, David. Here we go. This is a zoomed in picture of a fig tree, or part of a fig tree. The green circle you can see is an unripe fig. That fig is not ripe yet, it's unripe. And what you can also see a green leaf. So you can see green leaf and green unripe fig. So when Jesus was seen from afar, if we go back one picture please, David. Back one. So obviously when Jesus is seen from afar, there's no way to tell if there's unripe figs on that, right? Green unripe figs against green leaves. They're going to mix together, they're going to camouflage. So maybe I'm speaking to someone here today. Maybe you feel as if you're producing fruit for the Lord, but your fruit cannot be seen. Reason why? Because it's mixed with your sin. If your fruit is mixed with your sin, how's it going to be seen? There's an important equation for you to learn for those of you doing maths. Green plus green equals unseen. Hallelujah. Green plus green, next slide please David. Green plus green equals unseen. You can't see your fruit. If you're producing fruit but you're still living in sin, who's going to see your fruit? Praise God. But what we need to do, our fruit needs to become ripe. Let's go to the next slide please. Praise God. That's the ripe fruit. You can see that evidently now. There's a big difference. The ripe fruit is purple. And that stands out. You can see that from far. If Jesus was standing and the fruit was ripe, he'd say, yeah, I can see that fruit. That is ripe fruit. We need to become ripe. And it's only once our fruit becomes ripe like this that we can be noticed for producing fruits. It's only when our fruit is like this that people in our workplaces, in our universities, in our schools and colleges, they will say, yes, this person is producing fruit for Jesus. If our fruit can't be seen, how's people going to know that we're producing fruit for Jesus? So we must become ripe. Going back to the aspect of season, I've heard a lot of people say that, it's not the right season, it's not the right time yet, we'll start serving the Lord in a bit, or, I'll give it a couple more years, I need to mature, I haven't had baptism yet, I don't feel right. But no, the Bible says, now is the accepted time, right? The Bible says, now is the accepted time. Jesus says, now is the season to produce fruits. Not tomorrow, today is the season to produce fruits. The Lord wants you to produce fruits now. Because John chapter 15 verse 6, if you turn with me to John chapter 15 verse 6, this is what the Lord says. Not me, the Lord says this. John 15:6 says, you did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you that you should bear fruit, and that your fruit should remain. You see, the important word there is remain. The Lord wants our fruit to remain, and not just be seasonal. You see, there's a lot of Christians who just produce fruit on Sunday. That's easy, anyone can do that. You bring a non-Christian into church, they can pretend to be a Christian as well. There's no merit in that. But the Lord wants us to produce fruit not only on Sunday, but on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The Lord wants us to produce fruit not only in the church, but outside the church. Not only in front of the pastor, but away from the pastor when you're by yourself as well. Only then will we truly be blessed, and our fruit will remain and not be seasonal. So in closing, I just want to recap those 3 S's. The first one was seeing. The Lord sees our sin, but He draws near to us. He wants us to repent from our sin and produce fruit. Number 2, we must produce something, but make sure it's the right thing you're producing. And number 3, season. The Lord wants you to produce fruit throughout the season and not just be a seasonal Christian. So I pray, after hearing this message, somebody is convicted. And if you feel as if that, after hearing this message, inside your heart that there's sin in your life, and that sin is stopping you from producing fruit like that, then what I want to tell you is that, first of all, the most important thing you need to know is that Jesus loves you. He's coming next to you, He's coming towards you, He's not walking away from you, even though you have sin in your life. But you need to remember that that sin can't remain in your life. Once Jesus walks towards you, you either choose one. You either choose the sin, or you either choose Jesus. And if you choose Jesus, you'll begin to produce fruit. And the second type of people I want to speak to today are those who are producing no fruit at all. If you're producing no fruit at all, and you're asking, well, how can I begin to produce fruit? I want to produce plenty of fruit. The secret is in John 15, verse 5. It says, Jesus says, in fact, I am the vine, you are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same brings forth much fruit. If you want to bring forth much fruit, the secret is to abide in Jesus. So it's a short message. I'm not sorry if I rushed through it, but I pray you be blessed by these words, and maybe be mobilized to produce fruit for the Lord. Praise God.